What's happening, people? What's happening, people? What's happening, people? How are we all doing? We're back inside at the building. Welcome back to Requested Live. First time we've done one of these in a hot minute. I'm very bored on a Monday afternoon. I've not got much to do. I've already put up a few videos today, 4 in total, to be honest with you. And I just wanted something to do more than anything else. So yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone is okay. If you are joining us on that live stream, do make sure you are getting involved in the chat on the right-hand side, throwing a like on the video, of course, as well. Do send some love in the chat as well. Do let us know how your day has been, how your weekend was. We had a very, very busy weekend in regards to the channel. A ton of uploads, a ton of videos, a ton of conversations as well. Out to everyone who tuned into the Twitter live space alongside the other members of the Reactors Roundtable. Big up Vivs for organising that one. Big up Phoenix, Banks and Goals as well for all getting involved. And of course, Major AJ, who stopped by the chat representing Chocolate City Records. Really, really cool to have a conversation with him. You can check out that on the channel as well. Don't know why I've got a plastic fork in my hand. Clearly I had a takeaway over the weekend, but there we go. I hope everyone is doing okay. I hope everyone's had a good start to the week. I hope everyone is having an enjoyable Monday more than anything else. We are going to get into some live reactions today. As always, get your requests in on the right-hand side of the page. This is very last minute, so we don't have a list already laid out. I've got one tune that I want to react to first of all. Which is a new one from Tarek that goes by the name Bad Intentions, and this is the tune TAR1Q or Tarek that I keep getting told to check out. So we're going to do that. We've got one more request already in the bag, and that comes to us from IK Fuego, who's already in the chat. How are you doing, sir? I hope you are good. That one is Azanti with Getting Hot, which we are going to definitely check out as well. That's another new one that I've been meaning to check out, actually. So this is a good place to do it. I hope everyone is well, though. We're going to wait for a few more people to get in. Make sure if you are joining us, you are liking the video. Don't know why the fork's back in my hand as well. I don't know. It's just really enjoyable to to hold more than anything else. There we go. Out to Dominion in the chat saying, can you react to Psycho? I think that's Psycho YP and Azanti J.I. Mason. We can make this a near enough Azanti stream if you like. I've got no plans for this whatsoever, so we can. I will write that one down next and make sure it's on the list. Give me 1 second. I've literally just got a notepad up. I was genuinely just sat here doing nothing and saw it was about 4:45, and I thought, hang on, I've got artwork already made up for a 5 o'clock stream. So, we may as well. Literally that simple. I was literally sat in FL Studio playing around with a couple of Amapiano bits as well, just seeing if something would come up. Just a few like designs, a couple of little previews and things like that. But yeah, I'm working on a few bits music-wise at the moment, which I never normally do. Those days are very much in my past, but we have been working on a couple of music bits in the meantime. Something to do, you know. I'm exploring a few different things at the moment. As you know, I left my radio position a few weeks ago. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that. So I've been having a bit of time off, primarily focusing on this channel and some journalism bits as well. But during that time, I've been exploring a few different things. So there we go. We're going to check out Alpha Pete Paloma as well. This is literally the first 6 songs or so that get suggested we're going to check out. So do make sure you are getting your requests in. We've got a few to be getting on with, though, so we will kickstart the stream now. Right, if you are locked in, please make sure you are getting involved by hitting that like button. I cannot stress to you, each and every one of you, how much of a difference it makes if you do press that like button. If you press that like button, it means that people who like similar things to you on Instagram, on YouTube, will then see this pop up on their feed. They'll see it pop up in the suggested section and the recommended section. So if you press like, that's what happens. And it also opens up to us to a few more algorithmic bits as well, and also getting involved in the conversation on the right hand side. So let us know how your days are going. We'll get some conversation popping as we jump into this one first of all. So this one comes to us from Tarek, goes by the name Bad Intentions. I've seen a few people suggesting this one. I heard the name pop up over the weekend as well. First time actually listening to Tarek, so I'm excited to see how it sounds. Do let me know if we're sounding all clean out there as well. I haven't streamed in a while in this sort of setting, so do let me know if we are sounding clear and clean. I'm excited to get into it though, so let's load this one up there. Yes, it's all still working. Brilliant stuff. That's what we don't like to see. We like to see it where it all stays up. There we go, you see? See, there's always a little issue or two. But there we go. Right, let me bring you back up there. There we go. Right, another one from IK. IK, you're basically picking the stream, unless someone else pops in. If someone else pops in, I'll push all yours down. But yeah, we're going to get into this one first. Coming to us from Tarek. It goes by the name Bad Intentions. This one, an official music video. Yeah, let's see how it sounds. Out to everyone locked in right about now. We are live on Requested Live. As always, throw a like on the video. Get your chats in on the right-hand side. Let's go.
wonders, but you know it takes two to tango. You like to burn trees, turn my house into a bando. Prepare the girls, them your body now.
Right from the jump, this one's got a real charm about it, man. A lot of reverberation going on in and around the backdrop. The vocal is very heavily reverberated. We're hearing a lot of kind of shine and shimmer in and around how this one sounds. Then on top of that as well, there's a lot of good stuff going on with the vocal as well. Quite minimal in the actual arrangement of the drums. The percussion sounds quite stripped back. This was really, really enjoyable to kind of get into to begin with, man. Really, really cool stuff. IK, I will answer that question as soon as we finish reacting to this one. But yeah, let me know your thoughts, guys. If you are locked in, let me know your thoughts on this one. Tarek, I'm pretty sure Tarek is with Chocolate City. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure he is. That was the name that kept popping up in our stream over the weekend, and I said I'd have a little look. But yeah, this one, let's go.
5 foot 10, but you right, yeah, so I did feel like Loco. I know be that guy, but we go give you love, we get plenty, come on. I know you want some love, and I know say you fit do and do pana. Only you freeze my summer, crossing all of my brother. All my body don't weak like felele. I know come with bad intentions, bad intentions, bad intentions. Body like
I'm really liking the production value on this, man. It's very uplifting, very kind of colourful. A lot of synthetic textures going on in and around the way the actual kind of synthesizers are being built. There is just a very kind of digitalized feel about them, but they are kind of having a lot of very, I don't know, it's just quite nice, isn't it? The overall arrangement is very kind of colourful, as I said. There's just a generally nice bounce to what's going on as well. Tarek seems like definitely a name I need to keep an eye on. I remember Banks saying over the weekend how that Banks is fire. This sounds good, man. The video looks clean as well. The overall tune has a good kind of ring to it. Guys, let me know in the chat on the right-hand side how we're feeling about this one. We're getting fire emojis from IK. Guys, let me know what you're saying about this one.
I don't come with bad intentions, bad intentions, bad intentions. Body like intention, intention. I like your style, she like yours too.
There's a real kind of confident use of space going on with this one. Like, we're hearing a really kind of open, sort of very kind of loose feel when it comes to the actual production side of things. Nothing seems like it's being forced. It feels like if they were in the studio setting, they were like, let's just add this. It didn't feel like they had a direction they wanted to go in. They just ended up here, which I quite like from time to time. Like, I don't like necessarily stuff that is very, very constructed and very conformed. This feels like it's been thrown together with all the kind of right ideas in mind. It feels like it's been thrown together kind of going, let's see where we end up. And I feel Tarek's carrying this vocally really, really nicely. Again, really digitalized actual backdrop when it comes to the synthetics of the tune, the synthetics of the actual instrumentation. But his vocal is coming across very, very clean, very kind of soft in the actual performance factor, but then heavily reverberated, so it's covering a lot of frequency space. I'm really enjoying this. And it's, I think it's on about 40k, I saw. It's on about 40, is that right? View-wise, it's on 40,000 since yesterday. So yeah, this is doing really well. This is doing really well. Let's go.
I like your style, like yours too. Free on my girl, you should let me hold you down. Oh, he get boom, I do. I know be that guy, but we go give you love, we get plenty, come on. I know you want some love, and I know say you fit do and do pana. Only you freeze my summer, crossing all of my brother. All my body don't weak like felele. I know come with bad intentions, bad intentions, bad intentions.
I'm loving those melodies that are going on in the backdrop as well. They just have this really kind of, I don't know, there's just a real kind of natural, it's uplifting more than anything else, you know, listening through it, there's just such an overall pleasing feel about it, and again, Tarek's carried this pretty much all throughout his own vocal. It definitely sounds like he's harmonizing with himself. The overall, again, structure of that harmony sounds very, very solid. Guys, let me know your thoughts on this one on the right-hand side of the page. We do like to give ratings when we are doing live streams. The fork is back in the hand, but yeah, let me know your thoughts. I'm keen to hear what you guys think. As always, these live streams are all about you guys as much as they are about me. I'm merely here to commentate on the tracks that are getting suggested, and this is one that was very heavily requested in the comment sections of videos, so I thought we'd open up with this one to begin with. I'm really enjoying it. I'm liking the overall arrangement, but I want to hear your thoughts before we do round off. We're going to listen to another 30 seconds or so of this one, and then get into some breakdown. So let's go. This was really, really enjoyable. The sounds of TAR1Q on this one, Bad Intentions. Very, very cool sounding tune. We are going to round it off there. As always, we never finish tunes on Requested Live, just to make sure we don't get the stream shut down. We're all here now. We're in the building. I can see a few more people joining. Do make sure you are hitting that like button. If you're new to the streams, this is Requested Live. It's been a long time since we actually did a Requested Live session, like a proper one. We've done the pull-up show, which has requests in it, but this is Requested Live. We do requests. We react to your requests live on the show. And break them down, and we're going to be going for about an hour or so today, so do make sure you're getting your suggestions in on the right hand side, and of course alongside that, liking the video. I cannot stress how much of a difference it actually makes when you guys do get involved on that side of things. Again, it's been so long actually since we did a Requested Live. I don't think we were anywhere near 40,000 subscribers when we last did a Requested. I think we may have just hit 30,000 perhaps. That's crazy. Oh man, it's been a very, very mad year. It's been a very mad year in regards to sort of growth and things like that. So big up all of you who have been involved. And if it's your first time here, welcome. Do say hello in the chat. Again, this is all about you guys as much as anything else. But overall, with this one, TAR1Q, a new artist on Chocolate City, who are doing absolute bits right now. I'm loving what Candy Bleaks is doing. Obviously, loving what Black Bones is doing. Loving what Major AJ is doing. There's a really cool crop of artists coming through in regards to what Chocolate City are putting forward at the moment. And this is another really, really exciting edition. Again, it's got a kind of wider, I want to say, commercial applicability in the way it actually sounds. And then on top of that, I'd also say there is a really kind of clean vocal texture to this. The production's nice. The production's also futuristic. It isn't focusing on nostalgia as much. It's focusing on where the future of this sound could go, that I really do enjoy. So there we go. Guys, very, very keen to get into this one. But yes, we are going to move now into a look at a question which has popped up on the right hand side. So right, let me load this up here. There we go. Right, so IK has asked a very interesting question in regards to I believe it was in regards to the colours sessions, which I can't actually see anymore, but there we go. Oh, there it is. Your favourite Afrobeats colours performance. So there's been 5 in recent weeks, hasn't there? Which I'm very, very keen to talk about because I very much did enjoy all of them. There wasn't one that I particularly didn't like. However, I know my favourite to begin with. I know my favourite, and that is Ayra Stars. Purely because Ayra Stars just has... Ayra Stars was the first one out of this new crop that we're seeing, and I definitely feel that Ayra's had this, I don't know, this kind of freedom to it. It just felt like a kind of breath of fresh air on that platform, and then since then, obviously, we've seen the rush come through. We obviously saw the likes of Oxlade come through with Colossa, which is one of the biggest tunes of the year. We were saying this on the Twitter space the other day. Colossa is without a doubt one of the biggest tunes of the year. Come on, like, I don't know how it can't be at this point. The amount it's actually kind of gone viral again. The fact it's actually climbing the Afrobeats Billboard charts with Love Damini and Omar Lay's album both in there, and Fireboy DML's album on the way. And the fact this tune is still climbing that chart, absolutely crazy. But yeah, I'd say Ayra Stars is my favourite, probably. I'd say second is probably Colossa. I'd say third is probably Bodges. Purely because I just like listening to Bodge perform, and hearing him in that environment was really cool to see. Next to that as well, I'd probably say that Victorines was fourth and Joy Boys was fifth. Joy Boys for me was a little bit lackluster. I didn't really think we actually got to see the best version of Joy Boy on that performance. I don't think we saw anywhere near the best version of Victorine either. I don't think we've really seen the best version of Bodge. I think that Oxlade and Ayra's are like levels ahead of everyone else's, but I'd say probably Bodge is third, with Victorine being fourth, and then Joe Boy being fifth. I've seen Joe Boy's popping up all over the place as well. He's on Vlad TV. Like, Joe Boy is getting busy, man. It's really, really cool to see. Again, we're trying to lock in as many interviews as we can on this channel as well, so do go and check out the interview section we've got on the homepage. There's a playlist called Afrobeats Interviews, and we've interviewed loads of people. Ayra Starr's been on there, Salty Soul's been on there. We had Terry on quite recently. Diamond Platinums was on there recently. Mackie 2's been on there from Zambia. Who else have we had? We also had Ladipo on there very recently. We had Kamido on there recently. AV. Like, we're getting a lot of people on there, which I've really, really enjoyed. What about Brian's? I can't necessarily rank Brian's yet because I've only listened to it a couple of times and I only did the reaction today, so I can't really tell you where it's going to go yet. I've got a funny feeling it'll slot into third in regards to those live the colour sessions. Brian's is very, very good, don't get me wrong, but I haven't heard the longevity of it yet. The other ones I've kind of had a little bit of time to see whether they stick with me or whether they kind of drift. I feel Brian's hasn't necessarily had that time yet, and I've only just reacted to it. But realistically, if I was to revisit this in maybe a week, 2 weeks, I'd probably say Brian's is going to be in third behind Ayra and Oxlade's. But that's probably where I am with it. But guys, let me know your thoughts. We reacted to one of the new colour sessions today, actually. Obviously, the Brian one went up on the page today. Let me know in the chat on the right-hand side where you would rank them. IK, what is your ranking for this as well? How would you put them all in order? Because there's 6 now, actually, isn't there? There's not 5, there's 6. What would you say your ranking for those is in order? Because I saw you comment on the... I saw you comment, and I actually can't remember what your top five was. So do let me know in the chat before we move on. And again, if you have been following the colour sessions, I want to know from you guys in the chat. Let me know what your top 5 are. Or top 6, because there are 6. Let me know the order of them. I just think Ayra Starr stands out really well. And Ayra Starr shared my reaction to her colours on her TikTok page, which is very, very exciting. It's always cool. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, we as kind of reactors and YouTube commentators and things like that, like, it's like we do it from a fan's perspective. But when we get like the big artist actually sharing stuff, and then we get into conversations with them, we start organising extra content and stuff. That brings me so much happiness. So big up Ayra each and every time. Right then. We're going to move forward into another reaction because we have got another one on the list, and this one is coming to us from IK Fuego, another tune that I've been meaning to check out, and this one comes to us from Azanti, a new one on this listing. Dominion saying Oxlade takes first in the colour session, then Ayra. IK saying Brian toss up between Oxlade and Ayra Starr, Victory Bodge and Joe Boy. I've got a funny feeling Joe Boy's might be the worst one, and it's not because Joe Boy isn't fantastic, because Joe Boy is fantastic. The reason I'd probably have his at the bottom is because it didn't reach the heights that I know Joe Boy can hit, and it just felt a little bit lackluster. Like, I'd have loved to have seen a more kind of potent like a really, really potent one of those sessions for Joe Boy, but it felt a little bit short. I think the actual performance was less than a minute and a half, which I wasn't particularly happy with, of him actually performing. I'd have loved it to have been a little bit longer, but yeah. There we go then. Right then, my friends, we are live. Requested live. If you're new to the stream, make sure you are hitting that like button. It makes a massive difference and it allows more people to get involved. We are going to be checking out this new one next from Azanti. Now, I did have a brief listen to this on the New Music Friday show that Palm Wine Pappy runs on his channel. If you've never checked out that show before, make sure you check it out. In my honest opinion, it's probably the best place to check out new music. I absolutely love going on there to check out new bits. And yeah, just in general, it's a really good place to kind of find out what's going on release-wise. He puts everything in there. There's usually about 15-20 reactions he does every Friday. And then he chops them up afterwards. But we are now going to be getting into this one from Azanti. So I'm going to switch this around. And... there we go. Right. We're going to jump into this one. The sounds of Azanti. It goes by the name Getting Hot. Again, the production on this one apparently is on a different level. Apparently, it's a very explosive piece of Afrobeats futuristic production. Again, Azanti's been putting out bangers recently. From what I've seen, I keep seeing him pop up in different sorts of streams and different sorts of playlisting, which is really, really cool to see. So, okay, let's go. IK saying you've reacted to an Azanti song I requested. You weren't too impressed. Hopefully he redeems himself with this one. I've seen a couple of bits from Azanti that I have actually liked. I've just not got round to reacting to. And then there's a couple that I haven't been super, super keen on. But he has got some bangers out there. So hopefully this one is... apparently this one is on a different planet when it comes to the actual overall arrangement and the overall kind of feeling of it. Apparently this one is quite a special tune. So yeah, we'll see how it sounds. Let's jump into it then. Azanti with Getting Hot. Let's go. Jesus. So right from the jump, that is one of the strangest bassline introductions I've ever heard. A really, really acidic sounding bass instrument. Like, I wouldn't be surprised to hear this type of bassline on an acid house tune. Like, really, like just turning the resonance all the way up, turning the cutoff all the way up. That is literally just like that's the sort of thing that an engineer does not want to hear realistically. When because obviously you go through different stages. You go through the kind of production stage, you then go into the engineering stage, and then you go into the mixing and mastering stage. Like, the engineering is kind of like the live side. The obviously the production side is actually the building of the instrumental, and then obviously you go into the mixing and mastering stage. And mixing is just getting everything right, and then the mastering is kind of is the finishing touches and wrapping everything up. And this would be horrible to mix mix and master, purely because I don't know because I do a fair bit of mastering myself, trying to understand how that low end should sound in comparison to the rest of the genre and in comparison to the rest of the actual pieces of production around it. It's really difficult to kind of understand. They've done a great job.
So let me remind you, my name's Azanti, me not for wine, yeah. Let me have to kick out the people if you talk too much. Oh, so now if you're ready for the girl, you must do off your dares. So I'm listen to the flex for us. She did bust her down, bust her down.
This is really, really cool. This is really cool. Again, it combines this idea of kind of abstract futurism in its production with pure euphoria. That's what you get when you kind of layer in those syncopated horn stabs. You kind of get those, again, very uplifting brass melodies that kind of like da 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 da. When you combine that with his vocal kind of going, are you ready? Yeah. Crazy. Mixed and mastered by Busbrain. Cool. He's smashed it out of the park, man. Crazy. The fact that this has been held together so well says a lot about a talent involved in that side of things, because this as an arrangement has the potential to absolutely go off track in every imaginable, conceivable way possible. There's so much going on, and yet it's all been reined into just the right level. Crazy stuff, man. Big up Azanti. Big up Busbrain. Cool. Crazy stuff.
It's getting heavy. It's getting very hot in here. Hot in here. Hot in here.
Really, really nice. You're getting almost like those kind of late 80s, early 90s kind of sweep synths going on now as well. Very nice pad textures. A lot of kind of phasing and flanging going on those as a kind of set of effects. This is really, really interesting, man. Just from a sonic perspective, this is what I would describe as futurism in action, because it's so different. Like, it's so different from everything we've heard before. Obviously, you've got those elements in there you do recognize. Again, the kind of bouncing drums, the shuffling percussion. You've also got kind of slightly alternating log drum sounds in there as well. And the whole thing does have a very natural bounce to it. But the intensity of that bass line down below is crazy. Crazy. IK saying Burstbrain is Maven's affiliated producer and engineer. That's really cool to know, because Maven are definitely pushing the boundaries in a lot of different ways. But this is one of the most out there kind of things I've heard in recent times. Crazy stuff, man. Crazy. I don't know how familiar people are with a lot of UK producers, but there's a sound over here called Purple. which is kind of a Bristolian take on dubstep, which is very much focused. It's led up by kind of Joker, but you've got people like Jin's involved as well. There's an artist called Jemmy who's involved in it as well. There's a lot of people who kind of move in and out of it as a sound, but it's basically kind of utilizing those 80s almost synthesizer sounds in and coming up with really funkadelic melodies over 140 BPM. This sounds like almost like a kind of Amapiano / Afrobeats take on Purple. That's what it kind of sounds like to me. Crazy. This is so cool to listen to, man. IK saying, love the soundscape on this one. Dominion giving us another suggestion for a Psycho YP tune, Elevate. If we get time today, we will. We're going to try and run through. Basically, if you put a suggestion in, you go. I'll pick your first suggestion, essentially. So if someone else then comes in and picks another one, their one will come before your second one. Put it that way. But yeah, really enjoying this one, man. Beautiful stuff. We'll give this one another 30 seconds or so, and then move on to the next one. But this is really enjoyable.
So let me remind you, my name's Azanti, and I'm Hawaiian. Let me have to guide the people, still too much. So now if you're ready for the game, you must off your dares. So she come and listen to the flex for us. She can bust her down, tell us about. So it's getting heavy, it's getting very hot in here,
There we go. We'll round this one off there then. The sounds of Azanti with Getting Hot. Wow. What a tune this one is. Something so different, so abstract, so outside the box. Really cool just fusion of futuristic production techniques and sounds, man. It's such an almost like it's like a mixing pot of different elements that have all come together to create this monster that we've never heard before, and it sounds fantastic. IK saying disco, R&B, funk, Afro pop, Afro house, and Amapiano. Love the concoction. Yeah, crazy. Absolutely crazy, man. So many cool things going on in this. And yeah, very enjoyable tunes. So there we go. Azanti Getting Hot. Definitely someone who is on the radar regardless, but someone I'm going to be keeping an even closer eye on now. I need to make sure I follow up Burst Brain as well, because that guy's clearly on a smoke with a lot of these things that we are now hearing being created. Right, we're going to move on because we've got a fair few to get through that have already been suggested. We're going to get into Dominion's first suggestion, which is another Azanti tune. So Dominion, before we get into this, let me know if there is one you would like me to prioritize, because I've seen you've put a lot into the chat to begin with, so I want to know if there is a particular one that you are keen for me to check out first. I've got Psycho YP and Azanti with G Mason up first, but if you would like me to check out a different one from your list, let me know, purely because I don't want to not get around to one if there's one that is actually your priority, basically. I quite like the look of the Oxlade and Psycho YP one as well. Oxlade is killing it right now. Big up Oxlade as well. He checks out the channel. Big up him. He's a don. He messages me saying nice things about the videos, so big up him. Big up Matt. Big up him, top Donny. Just waiting on Dominion to let me know. I know there's a little bit of a delay on live streams. It's usually about sort of 12, 13 seconds. So let me know ASAP. And I can stop waffling. You've probably put the message in and you're just waiting by this point. Come on. Let me know. If not, we're just going to roll with the one you suggested if I don't get a response. Right, we're rolling with this one. This one from a year ago. Let me just move things around a little bit. Oh, he has changed it. Okay, we'll go with Psycho YP. I don't really know anything about Psycho YP, so do let me know if there's anything I should know, if there's any sort of label affiliations or kind of background and production stuff that I should know. Do let me know. Monster. Am I looking at the right tune? What's good, Deadly Lord? How are you doing, sir? Hope you're all good. Oxlade and Psycho YP Monster. Is that right, or am I completely misreading this? Just want to make sure I've got the right one going. Business. Yeah, Oxlade, Psycho YP Monster. It's not there, apparently. At least as far as I'm aware, unless I'm missing one. But usually there would be a very obvious... I'm assuming it's not this. Definitely not that. I can tell right from the jump. Yeah, it's not there, man, sadly. There's definitely a tune that's out there, yeah? What's good, Deadly? Good to see ya. Saying you're neutral. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. Can't find it. It's not there. It's alright, we'll go for the Azanti one. Azanti. I've been to Azanti. Very fun island. I have many stories of that island. But we're going to get into the official music video. Let's go. This one then, Joe Mason from Psycho YP and Azanti. A suggestion from Dominion. Let's get into it right about now. Really excited to see how this one sounds. And the adverts are always getting in the way. But I can't complain, because adverts give me a little bit of money. Alright. This is saying... Right, Dominion is now saying Enjoya, Psycho YP and Oxlade. Deadly Lord saying, how are you, bro? I'm okay, man. I won't lie. I started one of these streams because I was bored. I've had a very kind of... I just got everything done really early today, and I've just been kind of sat here not really doing much. Yeah, I can't find it, man. I cannot find this tune anywhere. Are you sure it's been distributed to YouTube? I don't think it has. We'll do the Azanti one first. This one. But there we go. Right, we're going to jump into this one now then. According to IK Fuego, Psycho YP is a Abuja-based rapper. Azanti is signed to his label. Okay, I was wondering why I kept seeing Psycho YP turning up. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly as well. This is requested live. If you're watching this video back afterwards, do make sure you're hitting the like button. And if you are locked into the live stream for the first time, make sure you're hitting the like button as well. We're going to try and bring back a few streams where we can. Again, I've got a bit of spare time at the moment. So please do get involved on the right-hand side. Good to see you, Deadly Lord. It's always an absolute pleasure to see you in the chat, always bringing good energy and vibes. We haven't actually done a requested live since before we were on 30k. I worked it out earlier, which is absolute madness when you sit down and think about it, isn't it? That's crazy. That's so crazy. We stopped doing requested live sessions when I went back to doing radio full-time, and then I left. So, but yeah, it's been 13 weeks, I think. So, and we've been going up roughly about... we've been going up about 3 point, yeah, it's pre-30k. Crazy. Absolutely crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. But yeah, we're going to get into this one. Psycho YP, Azanti, G Mason. I know nothing about the tune. Let's see how it sounds. It would help if the, that was on. Start
I told lies and I still didn't fess up. I lost you, no lies, I messed up. I'ma see mess up, oh yeah. You told me that I belong in the guts.
Very smooth, man. Very smooth vocal textures going on. The harmonics on the vocal are very nice as well. Really liking just how clean that vocal sound is actually coming in. IK saying I've reacted to this before. I thought I recognised it. I won't lie, I thought I recognised it. Saying I've reacted to it before. It's not up on the channel though, so I might upload this one. I don't remember ever. I lose track of how much stuff I react to be honest with you. But we'll give this one another minute and a half just to re-jump in.
That I would rap with the words that I utter. Yeah, I'm sorry, girl. I apologize because I wasn't in control.
You sure? I don't remember this.
You sexy, magical, you get me. Baby, my love, super. Baby, my love, super. Baby, you fire, you sexy, magical, you get me. Baby, my love, super. My soon, baby, you dream, my soon, yeah. I've been praying it. I've been waiting.
Bassline's really nice on this one. IK saying, sorry, you reacted to Caro. I remember that as a name. I definitely remember that as a name. I don't remember reacting to this. I'd have remembered the video because I like the video and how it looks, the kind of homespun house party sort of feel. Didn't think I'd reacted to it. I don't normally forget like things, and especially with this has a very distinctive kind of tone. With the actual arrangement structure of it, again, those guitar lines just kind of fluttering through the middle of the mix down. On top of that, again, there's a really nice bass line going on down below. I'd have definitely recognized the bass line, but it's all good. It's all good, IK Fuego. Thank you. That's I appreciate you letting me know, because if we had have already reacted to it, then then it could have been bad. So better safe than sorry. But there we go. I'm enjoying this one, man. Again, the fusion of the harmonics vocal-wise sound really, really nice. Loving the kind of layering of vocals we've got going on with this one more than anything else. We're hearing a lot of kind of... again, just smooth, softened, sort of almost choral sounding backdrops, not in a typical kind of choral sense. There's elements of Oxlade in this, which I'm kind of recognizing. I don't know if that's just me, but there are definitely elements of Oxlade that I'm hearing in the vocal structure.
I've been saying things, you've been playing games. I do anything, you want everything, but I do anything. So mushroom, baby, oh, mushroom, yeah, mushroom, baby, mushroom, mushroom, baby, mushroom, mushroom, baby, mushroom, 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 baby, mushroom, baby, mushroom, baby.
This just looks like a fun party to be at, doesn't it? I miss going to house parties like this where there's just bare smoke in the room. I don't even smoke. House parties where there's bare smoke in the room, there's lights going on, you sit down, it's not even a party, you're just sitting, you're chilling, you're playing FIFA on PS4, you're having a couple of bevs, having a little bit of a dance here and there. I miss parties like this, man. I don't know what happened to them. I don't know where they went and why they decided to up and leave and disappear for us to never see again for some reason. I'm not too sure why that's happened. But yeah, I'm enjoying this, man. I'm enjoying this. It's got a nice feel to it. Again, very kind of wholesome layering going on. It's just a nice tune more than anything else. And it's a cool combination of sounds.
Did I really just step there for you? I tell me is your what am I supposed to do? Are you really out here and you screaming so ooh? Cause I put you in a Benz and I put you in a coupe. I don't want no problems if they ever arise and gon' solve them. Told her look in my eyes and there won't be a problem no more. Told her there won't be a problem no. Because normally me I just live on my wheels. Baby my love so back well.
I'm really enjoying this, man. Slightly short verse, rap-wise. I'd have liked to have had there to have been a little bit more on the verse just to add to the momentum, give it a bit more direction. It sounded like just a 16, unless I'm mistaken. But the vocal feature worked quite nicely. Again, this is a very electronic-sounding tune. It's not ridiculously like... It's not like meant to be an organic tune. This is meant to be a digitally produced digital tune for digital scenarios. Like that's the kind of impression I'm getting off it, and it does sound really cool. Again, love the back and forth, guys. Let me know. Let me know your thoughts in the chat on the right-hand side. Let's get some ratings in. We haven't done ratings all day because we've been kind of just getting back into the getting used to doing these requested streams again. But if you are locked in, give us a rating for this one out of 10, shall we say? Yeah, let's do it out of 10. Give us a rating for this one out of 10. Psycho YP and Azanti with G Mason. I'm going to give it another 30 seconds or so let me know.
I've been praying in, I've been waiting in, I've been saying things, you've been playing games. I do anything, you want everything, but I do anything. So mushroom baby, oh G mushroom, yeah. Mushroom baby, oh G mushroom. From a Yoda, turn into a beaver. I'm like a soldier, puffing up sativa.
So we will let this one round off there as we've gone past our 2-minute 30 margin. But I very much enjoyed this one, man. Produced by Jalon, TGM, a frequent Psycho YP and Azanti collaborator. Thank you, IK, always bringing the information we need. This is the information we need. The production is very, very good. Very potent, very punchy. The bass line has a real kind of natural ring to it. The actual instrumentation is moderately minimal, which allows a lot of space for those vocals to really cut through, but there's still enough bounce and enough potency within the drums either side to allow it to really reach its potential, and it was a cool tune, man. Definitely a tune for the clubs, definitely a tune for the kind of chilling, sitting back sort of scenario. This would at no point for me be like the height of the evening. This is what's playing. This is what's playing at the after party for me. This is what's playing at like kind of 3 a.m. when you go back to the house and there's like 12 of you and you're all chilling. That's the sort of vibe, and I think they give that off in the video as well. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting. Deadly Lord giving this one a 7.5 out of 10, saying with a 100 emoji as well. IK Fuego with the 8.5 out of 10 as well. Dominion with a solid 8.5. I'd go for about 7.58, I think. Again, not much kind of switch up going on in the overall arrangement, which would be my only negative, but that's personal preference, isn't it? Because this is the type of tune that doesn't necessarily need to switch up and go in 1,000 different directions. Not every tune has to be like an approach for a Mercury Award, does it? Realistically, but I enjoyed this one, man. Big up Psycho YP, big up Azanti, and big up Jaylon TGM on the production side of things as well. There we go. Right, we've got another suggestion to get into coming from Baba. This one going by the name Nobody from Angella. So let's see if it is available. Have I reacted to this? Oh, it's Angella. Oh, this is she's the This is the Tanzanian one, isn't it? She's just had a new one out. Pretty sure she's Tanzanian. Yeah, Tanzanian. But yeah, I've done a few Angella bits before, which is cool. I'm pretty sure I did Kyo. That's a cool tune. I definitely did Toroko. That's a really cool tune. But yeah, let's go. I'm excited for this one. Angella, again, smashing it. I'm loving how international we can get on these streams. This one, Nobody, again, came out a year ago. Nearly 5 million streams this is on. Absolutely crazy. Very excited to see it. I love how consistent the Tanzanian fan base are, especially when you look at the big artists that are really, really popping right now. Angella's one of them. Zuchu's another one, I think, that's absolutely killing it right now. Obviously, Harmonize and Platinums are really up there. It's crazy, the actual level of quality that's coming out of Tanzania, but also how much it's being pushed as well, and how much the fan bases are allowing. Again, people like me who live on the other side of the other side of the planet to actually take in and enjoy how enjoyable it is. It's crazy. Right, this one then, Angella, Nobody. We're going to get into it right about now. We are live on Requested Live. Let's go.
Na vile unanikoshaga na data mwenzako. The way you love me, nakonda mwenzako.
This is a wicked suggestion. This might be my favourite of the day so far, man. So cool. The potency and the punch of those kind of chop-ins. The fact the instrumentation lands so heavily. You combine that with just the natural cool textures that you get off brass and saxophone lines and the way they arrive. That bass line arriving down below. Just the way the instrumentation just arrives and like chops in. And it's almost like an impact. It's like a firework going off. I really enjoy stuff like that in tunes. I love the kind of unpredictability in those sorts of scenarios. Like it's like when a chord arrives in a dub reggae tune, or when like when you get a random triplet of log drums in Amapiano. That stuff for me is what gets me. The unpredictability is something that always gets me. Really, really cool way of opening this one up. And wicked vocals as well from Angella, don't get me wrong.
Nobody interfere my love. Nobody can love you like I do. Nobody interfere my love, baby. Nobody, yeah. Nobody interfere my love. Nobody can love you like I do. Nobody interfere my love, baby. Nobody, yeah.
Like, there is such a thing as overdoing saxophone, but the fact this is almost like a call and respond, I think it's just about on the line. Like, there is perhaps a tiny bit too much, but I'm willing to kind of let that kind of slide, if you know what I mean. Like, because of just how catchy the call and respond is. You've got Angella's vocal going da 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 da, and then on the other side, you've then got the sax line just going. Like, it's a really nice use of call and respond as a tactic. And again, really punchy drums, a common theme in a lot of the stuff I'm seeing coming out of Tanzania at the moment. It has this real kind of potency in the percussive side of the production. Really, really cool, man. Deadly Lord saying vocals is really good. I don't understand, but fire. I can understand the English part, but other than that, I can't. Which is fair enough. I'm in the same boat, man. I'm in exactly the same boat. I'm sadly very English-driven, bilingual, singular lingual. I don't know what that is. How I would say that as a more cohesive compound word. But there we go.
Nobody, oh, yo, 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 yo. Nobody, oh, yo, 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 oh. Nobody, oh, yo, 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 baby. Nobody. Nobody, oh, yo, 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 yo. Nobody, oh, yo, 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 oh. Nobody, oh, yo, 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 baby. Nobody. My sweet sugar, sugar. Sukari guru nelamba. ushanifunga funga mwenzako. Twende nyumbani kwa mama kuo.
This is beautiful, man. Again, this I've reacted to Angella stuff before. She's very good at just kind of portraying a lot of emotion without sounding kind of too over the top. She's really good at just kind of pushing these very smooth, very kind of, again, warm is probably the best way I can describe her, which isn't an exciting word at all. But she has a natural warmth about her vocal performance. She has a natural warmth about the way that she allows her vocal to kind of spread over the instrumental. And again, a lot of the instrumentals I hear her go over have this very kind of punchy, quite intense texture when it comes to the drums and the snares that, in particular, that are being used. So yeah, Dominion saying you're monolingual. That's the one. Thank you, Dominion. Appreciate you. That's exactly the word. Thank you.
Tufike Tanga na babu akuone, usijefanya mwenzako nsonone. Oh my love, oh me and you, I swear baby forever. Lolote nitafanya isije kukupotezaga. Oh, nobody interfere my love, nobody can love you like I do. Nobody interfere my love, baby, nobody, yeah.
I'm liking the addition of the guitars as well in the backdrop, just kind of fluttering in, like just nice plucked string lines just appearing. They're not going crazy, like they're not kind of covering up the tune, but they're just giving an extra sense of texture to what's going on, which works really nicely. Deadly Lord saying I'd rate it a 7.8 out of 10. Solid vocals are carrying everything to me. And again, Angella has one of those voices, man. She really, really does. She's able to carry a lot with what she does. IK saying decent Afro dancehall tune. Yeah, I do. I see what you mean, man. There is definitely a fusion of sounds going on, and again, I feel that's almost driven by the potency of those snares, because that's just such a common theme in a lot of dancehall stuff, which is the sort of dancehall that I tend to be gravitating towards as well. I like when dancehall's a wide genre. Like, it's a very, very wide genre. There are rappers that make exclusively dancehall, but are, in my eyes, rappers, not singers. And obviously, if you go back 10 years, everyone making dancehall was a singer. Kind of maneuvering their vocals to be more rap influenced. So it's kind of cool to see how it's just become such a wide sound, but one of the areas that I gravitate towards is very hard-hitting instrumental drum production. But yeah, it's cool. You can hear that in this.
Nobody interfere my love, nobody can love you like I do. Nobody interfere my love, baby, nobody, yeah. Nobody,
We'll round this one off there. Beautiful vocal lines from Angella on this one. Nobody, one of the best in Tanzania right now, without a shadow of a doubt. A very cool tune indeed. I enjoyed this one. Massive shouts out to Baba for the suggestion. Big up you. Big up everyone suggesting music today. We're going to get into two more before we do move forward. I did see another point further up on here that I saw IK come in with, which I do want to answer, because it was a question about, I think, Beyonce's album. If I am correct, I'm pretty sure I saw you ask what I thought about it. What did you think of Beyonce's album? Lots of experimental African popular music on there. I'll be entirely honest, I had a little skim listen, and I struggled a little bit with it as an overall project. And I'll be honest, I struggle with the majority of Beyonce's projects, because I feel for everyone she makes music for, I feel it's just not for me. Like, I'm not someone as a listener that gravitates towards what Beyonce does. There's no doubt in one of the best artists, if not the strongest female artist of the last 20 years, probably. I don't know, there's just something about Beyonce tunes that never really sticks with me, if that makes sense. Like, I like what she does. I think she's fantastic. Absolute queen at everything she does. But I've never been naturally kind of gravitated towards what Beyonce does. I find the album itself, what I've heard of it, and I don't want to comment on it too much because I haven't listened to it properly and I haven't given it the time that I would need to kind of give at least an educated opinion on it. You can't give an opinion on something you've never listened to, because it's just dumb. But from what I've heard of it, obviously I've heard the Thames collaboration. I don't know. I just feel they wasted Thames, if I'm honest with you. Like, Thames just barely appeared, not even credited. It just seems like get her on there for the sake of having her on there. It just seems like a really wasted opportunity, to be honest with you. For me, anyway, it seemed like quite a wasted opportunity of international collaboration. You see so many of the big American artists at the moment literally interacting with big scale, like larger scale Afrobeats artists and dancehall artists as well. And then you kind of have Beyonce come through and go, I'm not going to credit anyone, Kanye style. And then next thing you know, that the album is out there and it's just... I don't know. It's not doing great either from what I've seen. It's the lowest. I think it's the lowest performing one. Don't quote me on that. As far as I'm aware, it's the lowest performing one she's had in recent years for the time it's been out. But I don't know if that's to do with the current state of streaming figures or the current state of the world. Like, it's difficult to kind of do that. Deadly Lord saying, agree, Cub. I haven't listened to the album. And then saying Chris Brown still has his best album of 2022. Chris' album has a very big album that is nearly 6.5 hours long. Again, I haven't listened to Chris Brown's album the whole way through. My favourite album of the year, which I will tell you about probably to an extent, Koji Radicals is up there, if we're talking outside of Afrobeats in particular. IK saying, I like the Lion King, the Gift album, though. I feel that's kind of different, though. Like I feel the Lion King album was always going to have... A Lion King album can't be bad. You can see my poster for it. I'm literally named after the Lion King, so anything to do with the Lion King, I care a lot about. That's literally the ring I wear on my middle finger. So that's that. I care very much about that film and the franchise. I feel it's very difficult for someone to be drafted in to make a Lion King album and it not be great. I do actually think, though, that she's one of the kind of lesser performers in the actual animated film, though. My honest opinion on it. But yeah, it's nothing against Beyonce. She's obviously incredible at what she does, and she's got bangers as well. Let's be real, she's got some absolute bangers. Drunk in Love is one of my favourite R&B post songs of all time. But I don't know, I've just never gravitated towards her sound naturally, if that makes sense. But yeah, there we go. Moving forward then, we're going to get probably into one or two more. What's left on the list? We've got Alpha P with Paloma up next from IK Fuego with his suggestion. Don't know why I put IK Fuego in there as well. I am an avid Fortnite player, by the way. This is why I always get Fortnite adverts. Do make sure as well, if you are interested in anything sort of... Stop playing! If you're interested in anything kind of film related or anything like that, do make sure you go and follow the second channel, which is Law Boys. Me and a friend of mine started it a couple of weeks ago. Brand new channel, completely different to everything else. There you go. That's it. Go and give it a follow. We're only on 46 subs. We only started a couple of weeks ago. But do go and give the channel a follow. Literally, the other big thing in life I'm interested in is Marvel, Star Wars, like just lore-based stuff. So do go and give this channel a follow. Yeah, it would help if I had it on screen, wouldn't it? Haha. Go and give this channel a follow. If you haven't already and you're watching this video back, go and give this channel a follow, please. Because we're trying to do something a little bit different with it. Exploring, again, Marvel, Star Wars, anything lore related that I absolutely love in life. Do go and give this one a follow. It's me and a good friend of mine called Marauder, who I do play music with quite often. Go and give this channel a follow. Right, so we're going to switch up the track that we were going to do. We're not going to do Alpha P. We're going to do... Toye with Takes Time. Cool. And this one will be the last one. Again, this is quite an impromptu last-minute stream, so thank you for joining us. If you are new, we do tend to run these on Fridays, but my Fridays have been very, very busy recently, and I'm trying to get into as many of these... Twitter Spaces as I can, and obviously I'm usually playing shows at the weekend or going out and having a good time, so I need to make sure that I do have some time to myself on weekends, so that's why we haven't been doing the requested streams as much recently, but I might start doing them on 3 days in the week. I'll just see how busy I am, I suppose, in the morning, and seeing what I've got what I've got to do. IK Fuego saying subbed, Deadly Lord saying subbed. Thank you, both of you. The content is moderately nerdy, but if you care about anything along those Marvel, Star Wars lines, do go and follow them, because I'm a massive Star Wars fan, massive Marvel fan. And there's loads of content coming. Myself and Jan are obsessed, and yeah, we're putting together loads of plans. Right, this is going to be the last tune of the day then, people. Let's get some fire emojis in the chat if you have enjoyed this very impromptu last-minute stream. Coming from Toye, it goes by the name Takes Time. Let's go.
This is Twig. Let's go. I know, say me and you know go break up when we fight. That's why me I say love go take some time. No, say me and you go change every day like my clothes. That's why me I say love go take some time. All I hear get me. I'm a fair I got more. You can get it.
This is really cool. This is really, really cool. The actual instrumentation on this is banging. Such a nice overall bounce. Really nice chord progressions going on in the backdrop as well. And then on top of that, just this really nice shuffling sense of rhythm going on down below. The vocal lines are really smoothly put together. IK, give me some info, man. This is the first time listening to this. Only 868 views. It came out earlier last month, only a few weeks ago. I'm going to be keeping an eye on Toye, man. This sounds crazy.
Baby, love could take some time. She felt the hour on me. Do you wanna be wifey? You can get it all. But baby, love could take some time. Take some time. Take some time. But baby, love could take some time. Take some time. Take some time. But baby, love could take some time.
I need to put this onto the Fresh Afrobeat Flavor playlist, man. This is crazy. I love just how refreshing this sounds as well. Like, there are a lot of elements that you'd recognize. Again, the shuffling drums. Again, the type of chord progressions aren't exactly new, but the combination and the way that things have been mixed and just the kind of airy overall nature of this one. Sounds really refreshing. Really, really cool. Produced by Rande, according to IK Fuego. Thank you for the info. I need to follow. I'm going to literally try and find a Toye social account now, because this sounds so cool. I just want to make sure I'm doing it whilst I'm on here, because I'll forget otherwise. Take some time. It's already stuck in my head. I can't find a social account. I'm going to try and find one after the stream then. But this is a very cool tune. Let's go.
You just they look me. I mean, see you they look me. You don't need try me. You don't need try me. You just they look me. I be see you they look.
That bass line down below is absolutely crazy. I've literally just found Toye's Twitter account. I'm going to send him a message saying that we are currently reacting to this on live stream. This one sounds crazy. Have I reacted to Toye before? I recognise the name, but I didn't know. I don't think I ended up following or doing it or uploading it afterwards. This sounds cool, man. Really, really cool. Just refreshing more than anything else. I was just on his Twitter page. Apparently, this got played on 1Extra in the UK, which is really, really cool. Got played on the beat. Always good to see. This is wicked, man. This is really, really cool. Let's go.
I know, send me and you know go break up when we fight. That's why me I say love go take some time. No, send me and you go change every day like my clothes. That's why me I say love go take some time. I text you but you no reply. I call you cause you're my mind. Something we just in my mind. No, it's in the inside. I just want to make a end inside.
I'm trying to work out who that vocal, because obviously the original sort of sound on this, the sort of backdrop is very smooth, very kind of loungy, but then there's an almost more skippier sort of rap style vocal. Not even rap style, but it just has a much more sort of skippy rhythm to it. I'm trying to think who that sounds like. I'm actually going to rewind it because I want to work out who this sounds like.
No, it's in the inside. I just want to make a end inside. Baby, bring her on my side. Bring on my side. Oh, baby, you know me. Cannot live alone. Baby, love, I go low. Me, I be like a nacho. Baby, no go play me like a nacho. Wow, when you saw me so. But today be one day cold. I be like a nacho, but I no go play like a nacho. I know, see me and you no go break up when we fight. that's why.
This is a really cool tune, man. Out to Deadly Lord saying he's going to head out. A great live stream, bro. Take care. As always, bro, thank you for joining us. Good to see you in here. Always an absolute pleasure. Have a good day. And we'll see you next time. IK with the fire emojis. Apparently I uploaded the reaction. If I did, that's cool. I'm happy I did because Toya clearly is the future. And this is a wicked tune, man. We are going to round it off there, but there's so much to like about this. The refreshing nature of the refreshing nature of the backdrop in combination with the vocal. The understanding of spacing between the vocal and instrumental is very nicely done as well. The actual engineering is very, very solid. But Toye's vocal direction, crazy. So cool, man. And again, the fact that we get to hear two very different sorts of directions. Again, that more sort of strained, slightly more emotional vocal that we hear drifting in towards the end that we really listen to. I love that kind of element in there as well, on top of the much more laid-back kind of loungy vocal line that is the sort of lead feature and the hook line of this tune. But there we go. That's going to be the last one from us. Massive shouts out to everyone who joined us for this very last-minute impromptu requested live. We'll try and get all of these videos up over the next week or so in their individual scenarios. Hopefully they don't get blocked or anything like that. Rande is a prolific producer. I've heard the name before, of course. I just didn't. I probably have missed other things that there's on. There's probably a tag in here that I'm missing as well. It's all very last minute today, but yeah, very much enjoyed this one. Big up the sounds of Toye. Fantastic stuff, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure having so many of you join us on such a last minute, short notice scenario. So big up all of you for getting involved. As I said, we're going to try and get all of these videos up individually over the next few weeks, and it's good. One of the things I do miss about doing the live streams is the amount of extra content we're able to put up on the channel, because there are so many more reactions we do. There's like an extra 6 each week on top of what we've already got, and I'm trying to push at least 2 videos out a day at the moment. So yeah, very much enjoyed this stream. Thank you for joining us very last minute. As always, I hope you have had a very enjoyable day, and we shall see you all next time. Have a great rest of your day, and peace.
Sounding so good right now. Man, they're sounding a bright and town.
Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel right now, Corp Cam TV. Stay locked.